Hi, everybody. My name is Paula Barreto. I'm from Brazil, and I just quit my job. So that's the interesting fact about me, and that's because I want to go travel. So it made a lot of sense for me to build a travel app. So one of my favorite quotes is, I don't know if I made up that or if I read and mixed stuff, but giving up is not an option. If something is not working, change your strategy, but never give up. So I never allow myself to give up. Let's go. So introducing WayFarer, that's the name of my app. And WayFarer means just someone that travels by foot. So the overview, what I found is like people travel more and more nowadays based on the research I saw, which I'm gonna show you next. They are traveling a lot. Like it's much easier to travel, but it's not so easy to connect with insiders, with local people when you go somewhere. So the research showed that 53% of people, of 100-something people that I survey and interview, travels 1 to 3 times a year. And what impressed me that 31% actually travel 4 to 6 times a year. That sounds like a lot to me. And mostly outside of the country. And when it comes to tours, 58% have been on a tour, 58% of these people, and 24% may have or may not, but they are definitely interested. So I did some competitive analysis to see what was missing out there and how can I build my app using what people like on those apps and what they don't like or what's missing, maybe adding something a little bit different. So the main competitor, which I would not like to compete with them, but it would be Airbnb. But I feel like there's something there that is missing, which is like the messaging system. You can talk to people, but it's not very personal sometimes. And there are other indirect competitors like Meetup, Hotel Tonight. Those are all travel apps that I used on my research to guide me through the process of creating my app. So after the research, I did my persona, which is Laura, the Explorer. She's very independent, passionate, witty, and she traveled all over the world. She's been to over 5 continents, but she still has a hard time connecting with people before getting there. And she is tired of doing research after research and not finding the answer. So I created a mood board to see how I wanted my app to feel. So I felt like connectivity, like I put people together, going on adventures, and like just talking, having fun, communicating. That's what we want to do when we travel. We want to have fun. We want to meet people, different people. So after that, I start with my style guide to help me building the structure of my app and how it was going to look. So I choose the colors I chose. I made very colorful because I wanted to represent as many people as I could. So people like different things, different colors. So I thought that putting a lot of colors together would be a good idea, very fun and happy. And I chose the word Ubuntu, which is an African word that means empathy. So I thought it was a beautiful idea. And those are the buttons I chose. Here, the wireframe, that's how I started. Well, I did the sketch before, but then I started putting everything on Sketch, and this is the flow guiding me through connecting with the tour guide and finishing. So after that, I created an app. So that's WayFarer. And the video is very quick, so I'm gonna try to go over with you. So you start, you log in, you're an existing user, you just wanna check your profile and go back to do some research. And you say where you wanna go and when you wanna go. So you make sure that person is available. So then you can go, you can find an experience that you want, and you can look for your insider. There's a joke saying that's Twitter for travel, but that's not true. And you can look at your insider profile, You can message him. You can see the tours that he gives. You can see what people are talking about them. You can check his Instagram. And actually, on top, you saw there's a little video, there's a minute video that he's going to be talking about his tours and himself and what he can bring to the table. So here, you see all the information from the tour that you picked, where it starts, how much it costs, location, everything, and then you can book it. So you pick the day, the time, and if you want to go with someone, maybe not, you're a solo traveler in this case, and you can see all the details of your trip, and you can just pay for it and get a confirmation. So I made it very simple on the flow, just to see the process of purchasing, but there's a lot more to the app. The communication is the key, so you can send message and communicate with all the guides before you actually pick someone. So this is it. I know that